You got your hand up, buddy. Jump in here.
Hey, hello, Kitt. Hello, ICT. Happy Sunday. God bless.
God bless,
I have a
brother.
very quick question. How essential is it for a trader to factor in profiles before looking for their entry model? And what I mean a little bit by that is power of three or Judas swing at 930. If you're looking for a turtle soup, taking at the Judas swing at 930, or if you're taking a unicorn setup at the end of the manipulation phase of power of three, or IO fed during the distribution phase, but under 50% of the range. Like, how important is it to factor in profiles? Is it like essential, or can you go around it?
Are you asking about my profiles that I've taught in terms of like consolidation day, a classic buy day, classic sell day, seek and destroy, that type of thing?
Yeah, and making specific entry models tailored to different type of profiles, or
If you
using your
watched,
entry models.
yeah, if you watched the presentation I taught that with, I said that you're not going to know all of those profiles like the back of your hand for a long time. You'll be trading a long time before you are versed in saying, okay, I expect this day to present itself as a uh, consolidation expansion in the PM session. You won't have the experience to be able to do that. But the easiest ones to determine, and this is how, if I can remember correctly, I present it this way. You want to focus on the classic buy day when you're bullish. You know, what you're looking for some protraction. After the opening, it's going to trade down. It's going to trade down now, like I taught today. It's going to hit a quadrant level, and a PDA rate is going to lay right over top of that at the right time, at a macro time or a session opening. The first 30 minutes after midnight, it's the first 30 minutes after 9:30 opening, the opening range in equities. If you're trading forex and you're going to be trading the session open at New York Open between 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock to 7:30. That first 30 minutes there, everything you're looking for is going to occur in that first 30 minutes. So having that, or if you're looking at the PM session, you know, you're looking at 1:30 to 2 o'clock, and that sets the tone for the PM session in New York. If you're using profiles or you're trying to establish a means of implementing them all the time, I can tell you it's going to be frustrating for you if you're not that experienced, but if you're simply focusing on when you're bullish, looking for the classic buy day, or if you're bearish, you're looking for the classic sell day. You're looking for that Judas swing up, then fade it and sell off. Don't demand that it has to happen only on the daily range. If you're focusing your time on, for instance, let's go back to 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning, the pre-session time or the New York Open kill zone, the overlap. So if you're bullish, wouldn't you expect a classic buy day profile to form within that small window of time? It need not create that same formation on the daily chart because price is fractal. So if you're bullish, you can look for some kind of a protraction lower, take some sell side out, hit a quadrant level, rally away, give you some kind of a PDA rate that is confirmed with what I just taught today. And you can chase the full range of that session, not the day, but the session, and then exit on some kind of another opposing PD array that lays with another opposing quadrant. So that way you're going to fill the numbers for that session, and you'll have a classic buy model profile just being applied in that small little segment of price action. And by doing that, you'll start getting more experience with anticipating that, and eventually it will flesh out to the daily ranges. And over time, you'll see that, oh, when I'm in these larger daily or 4 hour or 1 hour price runs, and we've already moved into an established price run, but we haven't reached a target yet, and I'm in the middle of the move, then I start seeing these consolidation days or consolidation profiles. And then I'll see a day it starts off with consolidation and everybody loses interest. And all of a sudden, after the lunch period begins, they go down, they do that macro where it runs to the liquidity at 10 o'clock that high or low is formed. And let me say it correct. When you're bullish, it's going to be a low that was formed after 10 o'clock, and they're going to run for that sell side, and then they protract higher bullish, so that's your consolidation to expansion. So there's no shortcut to, I believe, what you're asking for, but I believe by starting with the simple ones, the classic buy model, the classic sell model, and applying that to just the session, like whether it's morning session or London session or Asian session, That's going to help you at least establish some kind of a baseline of experience, and then the other ones will come. The one you're going to have the most difficulty with is the seek and destroy.
Yeah, wow, that was a lot of insight all at once. But for my first, and I'll keep this short so someone else can speak as well. But for my first few payouts, I was using the classic buy and sell day profiles. But then after that, I switched over to identifying the power of three stages coupled with time. So I found that usually 9:30 can create the manipulation. And I look at the 4 hour candle. I use the open, high, low, close, and that brought me to around like $280,000 in payouts. And I found that leaning back to my past question, I think, is it worth a trader who's already profitable but semi-profitable to focus on trading different profiles, go a little bit deeper to scale their trading, or just rinse and repeat the same buy session and or buy profile and sell profile?
Well, look at it from a corporate stance. Okay, imagine that you are Nike shoes. Nike comes out with Air Jordans decades ago. Okay, and or whatever, they come out with some kind of new shoe. Did they stop making all the other shoes? No, of course not. They tapped into different markets by approaching them with different cross trainer shoes, not just basketball shoes. And then they had other things. And you, as a corporation, you incorporated, you have to have a core model, your core structured approach to what you're going to do as a businessman in trading. You always do this. You never deviate. This is your breadwinner. This is the flagship of your corporation. If it's your classic buy model, classic sell model, and that's what you make your bread and butter on, that doesn't change. But you can explore with the least amount of capital pursuing other things, not with the expectation to overcome or unseat or usurp the command that you have with the model you use as a classic buy, a classic sell. It's just you're looking for something to diversify, not to overshadow it, not to replace it because you think it's inferior. Because there's nothing better than a classic buy day and a classic sell day. That's the purest. That's the best of the best. You're getting the lion's portion of the range. There's no other model or profile that's better than that one. And in fact, if you look at the unicorn in a market maker sell model with redistribution, second stage redistribution, that in and of itself is a classic sell day or sell profile. It's the classic run up, Judas, and it tanks and sells off to the original consolidation sell side, liquidity pool. Vice versa, when you look at a market maker buy model, the second stage reaccumulation, unicorn, is a classic buy profile. It jumps down, creates that little Judas swing, and it's going to go to a quadrant, and then boom, it's going to rally up and run the original consolidation buy side out. So there's nothing better. If that's what you've made money on, I'm telling you that there's nothing better than that one. So stick with that one. But if you just want to, out of morbid curiosity, and you just want to, expand your versatility as a trader, exploring the other profiles, sure, have at it.
Do you mind what I heard, Michael? This young man's advanced trading and utilizing profiles, a word that I don't think is often used, but is something that you've taught, and that would be sequencing. Right, actually sequencing. And I mean, my favorite model is the London intraday protraction, right? So when we think of AMD, when we can clearly identify an accumulation and then clearly identify a manipulation, then that sequence of looking for a distribution and looking for distribution trades is really a thing. And it's something that you've taught through your concepts. So I'm not sure if he was asking it like this, but as he was mentioning profiles, he didn't utilize the word sequence. But I kind of heard, just in my own interpretation, of kind of what he was asking with these profiles, if there were ways in which he could sequence. And I thought your answer was great. I just wanted to add that point. Not that you had to allude or add more to it, but just the idea of sequencing through these profiles. Like when I think of sequencing, and you're saying, like, I think of up models, I think of down models, and I think of range models. And there's the seek and destroy model, and then there's the range model that will give you like your inside day versus your outside day, right? Like we get the range expansion versus the range contraction. So I mean, up, down, or range, and as you're saying, like maybe just even identifying a range of not trading it and staying focused on either the buy or sell model is the bread and butter winner that's probably going to pay the trader the most, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Spot on.
I think also if you take what I was just saying, um, every model I taught is really taking your present perception of what price is showing you right now in price action. Let's go through a few of them real quick. You have optimal trade entry. Say you're bearish and you're looking for a sell. Aren't you establishing a classic sell profile when it goes up into optimal trade entry and then sells off? Isn't that same model? Strip it down to its essential core. Isn't that exactly what that is? Just like a puzzle piece, if you strip it down to what it's going up into optimal trade entry, OTE. That's exactly what Model 2022 is. It's a classic sell day profile just being applied intraday. It goes up, Judas swing, sells off. The same thing's happening when you're bearish and you're looking at a silver bullet and the fair value gap forms. You're going to do what? You're going to wait for price to trade up into the fair value gap. That's your protraction. That's the Judas swing of a classic sell day profile just being applied intraday. You're taking that fractal concept of price action and you're saying, okay, I don't need to do it on a daily range. I'm going to look at price action because I know it's going to go up to go down and reverse it when you're bullish. When you're looking for a turtle soup, okay, you're seeing what? The market's going lower because the low it went down the first time didn't go to what I taught you today, the quadrant. So it falls short of that. So you know it's unfinished business. Then it tanks again, goes down to the quadrant, and it blows out the sell side that it engineered. Isn't that a classic buy model profile being applied once that sell side's rated, then it's going to rally up? That's exactly what that is, isn't it?
That was both of you guys spot on. I really appreciate it. And last thing before I go, I just want to say thank you, ICT, for everything. Since I started studying concepts, I would say in 2021, I've lost over 120 pounds, converted my life from being Jewish to actually Christianity, getting baptized last year in February. My mom hasn't had a job in 3 years. My dad left me, and now I'm paying rent because of the money I'm making in the market. So I just want to say I really appreciate it. And I know as someone else who might have a similar perspective of trying to like reward ourselves and be like say, feeling accomplished. It's hard to feel that way, but I just want to say that you changed lives out here, ICT, and I really appreciate it. You definitely changed mine. So
Praise God.
praise Jesus. Yes, sir.